Welcome to this explainer. You know, in a world where digital data can just vanish in a flash, you've got to wonder, who actually protects the truth? Well, if you're a focused learner who loves history, organization, and safeguarding our past for future generations, you are in exactly the right place today. We're going to unpack a complete step-by-step career roadmap to becoming an archivist. Basically, we're taking all the guesswork out of this incredibly fascinating career path.
Okay, let's dive right in. Today we're covering what is an archivist, your educational pathway, top institutes in India, funding your education, income and career growth, and we'll finish up with some real-world inspiration.
All right, starting with Section 1, what is an archivist? The guardians of our history. I want you to take a second and just think about this. Who actually protects our history? It's so easy to assume history just, keeps itself safe. But from fragile ancient parchment to the literal terabytes of digital video documenting today's huge events, our memories are surprisingly vulnerable. As time passes, who actively protects all of this valuable information so it doesn't just disappear into the void?
Well, that'd be the archivist. They are highly specialized information experts. Now, I used to think this just meant dusting off old books in a basement somewhere, but no, it is way beyond that. They're specifically educated to assemble, catalog, preserve, and manage vast, incredibly valuable collections of historical information. They are the essential link between raw historical data and the public. And their scope is massive, handling everything from fading paper photographs right through to complex computer data. So, what kind of mind does it take to actually do this? It really boils down to three essential personality traits. Ask yourself, do you have sharp analytical skills? Are you a good communicator? And crucially, do you have an eye for details? If you're the kind of person who naturally categorizes information or loves diving deep into the microscopic specifics of a subject, your personality is already a fantastic match for this field.
The day-to-day reality of this work is just incredibly hands-on. You're literally working with the building blocks of human knowledge. It's focused, quiet, but immensely powerful work that relies entirely on that analytical, detail-oriented mindset. You're not just filing papers, you're architecting exactly how future generations will access today's truths.
So, let's look at Section 2, your educational pathway, a step-by-step guide to actually getting there.
Here is your concrete, three-step academic roadmap. Step 1, complete your 10+2 in humanities. That builds your foundational appreciation for history. Step 2, get your bachelor's degree, a BA, in social sciences or library science, which trains your brain in advanced organization. And finally, Step 3 is where you specialize. You can either get a master's degree in an allied subject or pursue a targeted diploma in archives and records management. It's a very focused trajectory designed to build up your expertise.
Moving on to Section 3, top institutes in India. Let's talk about where you can actually study this. While any standard UGC-recognized college is fine for your basics, you'll want premier institutions for those specialized diplomas. And there are incredible options all over India. Up north, you've got the School of Archival Studies at the National Archives of India in New Delhi and Maharshi Dayanand Saraswati University in Rajasthan. Out west, there's Gujarat Vidyapith in Ahmedabad. And down south, you've got Osmania University in Telangana, plus Pondicherry University, the Gandhigram Rural Institute, and Annamalai University in Tamil Nadu. This is just an indicative list, but it's a stellar starting point. Now, for Section 4, funding your education, overcoming what is a pretty common obstacle. Let's talk money, specifically scholarships versus loans. For scholarships, hit up the National Scholarship Portal first. Because this field is so culturally vital, there are tons of central, state, UGC, and AICTE schemes, plus institute-based merit scholarships. On the loan side, the government's Vijaya Lakshmi portal is amazing for streamlining loans through the Ministry of Education and Finance. Also, if you're in West Bengal, Odisha, or Bihar, look into student credit cards. And of course, standard education loans from basically all banks are available. The resources are there, for sure. So what's the actual damage? Well, the approximate course fees range from around 3,000 all the way up to 1.5 million Indian rupees. Naturally, this fluctuates depending on whether you're looking at a state-subsidized program or one of those premier institutes. But having this range lets you start budgeting right now. Which brings us to Section 5, income and career growth. Time to look at the reward. Here is the immediate financial payoff. The expected starting income for an archivist ranges between 40,000 to just over 44,000 Indian rupees per month. When you weigh that monthly starting salary against the total educational fees we just talked about, wow, the return on investment becomes really clear. It offers real stability right out of the gate. And honestly, this next bit surprised me. Trained archivists are needed everywhere. You are definitely not limited to just museums. Government agencies, educational institutes, commercial business groups, they all rely on archivists. You're typically looking at a standard 5 to 6 day work week. Plus, it's a wonderfully inclusive field with fantastic opportunities for differently abled professionals. Let's look at how your career actually grows over time. It's a very clear forward momentum. Phase 1, you start as a helper, really learning the ropes. With experience, you move into Phase 2 as a full-fledged archivist. And eventually, you can hit Phase 3, head archivist, where you're overseeing entire collections and guiding teams. Finally, let's wrap up with Section 6, Real-World Inspiration, featuring Prachi Deshpande.
Prachi Deshpande is a phenomenal example of where this academic roadmap can take you. Her journey is just incredible. She started her undergraduate studies at Ferguson College, moved on to postgraduate studies at JNU, and then earned her PhD from the United States. After all that, she returned to India as an associate professor and historian specializing in Western India. She literally executed this roadmap flawlessly.
And look at what that level of dedication leads to. In 2020, she was awarded the Infosys Prize in recognition of her notable contributions to the fields of history and social sciences. It just goes to show that a career in the archives isn't just about the past. It's about actively shaping how our modern society understands itself. The impact is absolutely massive. So that leaves us with one final question. Are you ready to preserve our future? Because by managing our past, archivists literally secure the knowledge of tomorrow. If you've got that eye for detail, the roadmap is right here in front of you. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope you feel inspired to take that very first step today. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.